on till this day. He came out stating, Canelo is on steroids. I know this because I'm on steroids.
You got this thing that happened with Canelo. I know you spoke a little bit about it, but do you feel, in your opinion, the fight should be called off, or what they're doing is the right thing, and he's doing the right things to prove that it is a tainted sample?
The truth is that we'll probably never know. You have to make your own decisions and judgments, which is sometimes dangerous. Was he cheating? Was he unlucky? Either way, his reputation is tarnished forever.
This isn't just another boxing rumor. This isn't trash talk to sell pay-per-views. This might be the beginning of the biggest scandal the sport has seen in years. Because right now, Terence "Bud" Crawford has just called out Canelo Alvarez, and he's not holding back. He's accusing the Mexican superstar of cheating, again. And this time, the steroid allegations come with serious backup, serious history, and serious implications for Canelo's legacy. Let's break it down. Terence Crawford, the undisputed king of the welterweights, just exposed what he calls the truth behind Canelo Alvarez's dominance: performance-enhancing drugs. And yeah, it sounds wild at first. But when you look closer, this isn't coming out of nowhere. In fact, this isn't even the first time Canelo's name has been connected to banned substances.
Terence Crawford, who's made...
Are we gonna relitigate Canelo Alvarez's drug test?
Come on. I'm a drug user. I cheated sport plenty of times. I cheated those same commissions. This is not to relitigate. We know our own. I'm a cheater. I know a cheater when I see one.
Let's rewind to 2018, when Canelo tested positive for clenbuterol, a banned drug known for helping with weight cutting and muscle retention. His excuse? Contaminated meat in Mexico. The commission gave him a slap on the wrist, just a 6-month suspension, and boom, he was back in the ring like nothing ever happened. Now, fast forward to 2025, and here we are again. Except this time, Crawford's not staying quiet. But it's not just Bud throwing shade. Oscar De La Hoya, Canelo's former promoter, came forward and confirmed what many fans have feared. He believes Canelo and his team paid off officials to bury more recent positive test results.
Has anybody else noticed this? Well, I actually did some digging and confirmed many members of the boxing media have been paid off by certain people and essentially muzzled. I mean, these are the facts. For example, 6 of Eddie Reynoso's fighters have tested positive for PEDs.
Let that sink in. A legendary promoter, a former fighter himself, is saying the people protecting Canelo are turning a blind eye. And the worst part? He might be right. Because while Canelo gets to keep fighting, keep cashing checks, and keep holding titles, other fighters haven't been so lucky. Ryan Garcia, who by the way, fought under similar promotional banners, got dragged for weeks after his positive test. He was fined, suspended, and had his victory overturned. Now that's unfair.
How is it ethical that you have 6 fighters testing dirty from the same camp and we don't have questions or consequences? Where's the boxing media? I mean, they crucified Ryan Garcia every fucking day for a full year over a tiny bit of Austrian. So why are they so quiet now?
Let's not forget, Crawford and Canelo already had bad blood. It all started when Bud began calling for a fight against Canelo, saying he'd move up in weight and destroy the undisputed super middleweight champ. Canelo, instead of responding with class, mocked Bud, saying he's not on his level and brushing him off like an irrelevant contender.
I don't respect him anymore because he say, I'm not gonna do what they want me to do and this and that. And then he tried to, maybe Turki Al-Ashi told him, hey, you need to do something because you seem so nervous in Riyadh. So and he tried to like walk me back, and that's why I pushed him. And you know, like I say, don't with me.
Does it bring a different Canelo then?
Yeah, it's different. Yeah, you watch Saunders fight, right?
Which one? The Saunders. Oh,
he pissed me off.
orbital.
He pissed me off.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be almost the same.
Now that the steroid accusations have resurfaced, Bud's making it personal. He said in a recent interview, "If you're so confident, fight clean. No enhancers? No protection? Let's see what you're really made of. That's a challenge Canelo still hasn't addressed directly.
Listen, however they rate me, it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, we got to fight, and I'm going to win the fight. As simple as that.
Can I ask you about if there's any rematch clause with this fight with Canelo?
No, it's not.
Is that something you push for?
No, I didn't.
And is any weight restrictions to the fight at all?
No, it's not.
A lot of fighters would like to put on a weight restriction to this type of fight. Why didn't you want to do that?
Because I want him at his best. I don't want no excuses. I don't want no, reasons why, he didn't feel good or...
And why would he? Because now the pressure isn't just about winning. It's about proving he can win without cheating. What's shocking isn't the accusation. It's how many people agree with Crawford. David Benavidez, a star, also hinted that something isn't natural about Canelo's physique and endurance. He didn't use the word steroids, but the implication was loud and clear.
If Canelo was 100% confident in himself, I don't know why he wouldn't fight me, especially since, seeing that everybody in his team is on steroids, which means including him, so he never got off the steroids.
You think he's on steroids?
Of course. Sure. How does
You saw De La Hoya
how do five people out of your camp get tested positive for steroids? Right. All those fucking dudes in that camp are dirty.
And guess who else said it? Floyd Mayweather. That's right. The guy who schooled Canelo in the ring over a decade ago once said, "There's a reason they never test him properly. He's the golden boy of the game." Even Floyd's team made statements suggesting Canelo was protected by the system. Now, combine all of that with Oscar's claims and Bud's recent statements, and suddenly, the dots start connecting. You don't need to be a conspiracy theorist to see it. When this many people are asking the same question, maybe they're not crazy. Maybe they're onto something.
When the greatest Canelo came out, the one that you guys seen that fought Triple G the first time, bro, dude popped dirty for clenbuterol, bro. Why do you think the second fight didn't happen? So, for me, seeing that was the best Canelo I've ever seen. But that was Canelo off of steroids. Everybody else that he fought Amir Khan, he fought Daniel Jacobs, he fought Billy Joe Saunders, Caleb Plant. These guys were all weak, bro. So for me, that's why I feel like I see Canelo Alvarez and I see he's not as good as everybody thinks. Because the best one that fought Golovkin that first time was off clenbuterol. That was the best Canelo I've ever seen, and that's why he looked so good, because he was off clenbuterol.
Let's talk about something else. The size difference. Crawford wants to go from 147 to 168 to fight Canelo. That's 3 full weight classes up, and nobody makes that kind of jump easily. But Bud's argument is simple. If I'm clean and I'm willing to test myself, why can't you fight clean too? It's not even just about the weight. It's about the playing field being fair.
Dan Rafael kind of made a great point when talking about sizes. Because he said, if you look at them two together now, they look the same size. He said, people have got the idea of the size thing wrong. It's not looking at them as a physical package. It's who has absorbed the bigger shots in the weight division. So, and it was good. It was a very good point. He was like, Canelo has been hit by light heavyweights and super middleweights for the best part of a decade.
Basically.
He's so used to taking those shots. Whereas Crawford hasn't. Crawford's been hit by 140 guys and 147 guys for the best part of a decade.
Yeah.
What's Crawford going to be like? So basically, he's trying to say, Canelo could easily absorb Crawford shots. Can Crawford easily absorb Canelo's punches?
If you're taking shots from Triple G, Sergei Kovalev, Dmitry Bivol, and you're staying on your feet, not getting hurt.
Not even getting wobbled.
Not even getting wobbled, just literally shaking it off.
Yeah.
You can take Terence Crawford shots.
100%.
Right.
Canelo has a long history of dominating in weight classes that suit him. He drains fighters down or faces guys who aren't natural at that division. Now, someone like Crawford, who's already proved himself pound for pound, steps up, and suddenly there's all this silence? Now let's imagine this fight happens with both fighters walking into the ring clean. What does that fight look like? Bud is a master of timing, angles, and switching stances. He fights like a tactician, but hits like a brawler. He made Spence look lost. He made Porter's father stop the fight. And most importantly, he knows how to control distance and tempo.
The last fighters that you fought, they ain't on my level. And
I fought everybody.
The last fighters you fought since 2002.
Mention me one. You mention me one elite fighter. Just one.
You.
Oh, me.
Look.
It's gonna be me.
I don't care about nobody else.
And you will see that.
You. So when I beat you, is you gonna be a nobody? When I stump a mud hole in your asses, you're gonna be a nobody. Same shit everybody else been saying since I moved to 147, I ain't fought nobody. Every last one of them stump a mud hole in their ass and he gonna be next. Watch.
Canelo? His strength lies in timing, body work, and that explosive counterpower. But if Bud can survive those first few rounds and keep it moving, we're talking about a real chess match. The longer the fight goes, the more it favors Crawford. But, and this is a big but, if Canelo's still juiced up, that's not fair. That's not boxing. That's not legacy. That's a rigged game. So why aren't the commissions stepping in? Why aren't there investigations or hearings? Simple. Canelo is money. He sells out arenas. He brings in massive Mexican and global viewership. He's the poster boy for modern boxing, and that makes him untouchable, at least to the people who cash in on his fights. But for fighters like Bud, fighters who actually care about legacy, it's personal. They don't want a paycheck. They want the truth. They want a level playing field. And Bud's not going to stop until the world sees what he sees.
Along my career, I've been criticized and people have taken credit away from me just to try to diminish my accomplishments just off of pure hate. So what would they be able to say with me going up 2 weight classes? If Canelo become undisputed again and I beat Canelo, what could they say? They'll say something, but what
they're gonna find something, you know that.
But what can they really say?
Right.
You know?
The boxing world is split right down the middle when it comes to Crawford versus Canelo.
Maybe he's a little overrated.
Terence Crawford versus Canelo Alvarez at 168 pounds.
Canelo's really good. Really good. But I think Crawford is special. I know he hasn't fought the resume everyone wants, but you have that or you don't have that ingredient. I think he has it. Canelo's really good. He's tremendous. But could he be a tiny bit overrated? The greatness is within Crawford. It's in his desire. It's in his mind. It's in his makeup, where he came from. I know he's moving up in weight class. Can he carry it? But those intangibles, I believe that he has them.
Ryan Garcia flat out said that he sees Crawford getting knocked out. Now that's a strong statement.
When you have 2 great fighters, great things can happen. But I could see even Crawford getting knocked out like Amir Khan style, though.
Do you give Terence Crawford any chance to beat Canelo?
I don't see it happening, but he could definitely prove me wrong. But I just think, bro, I've trained with Canelo. I've been around him. Bro can really push back heavyweight. So I don't know how he's because this is the first time Canelo's actually bigger than somebody in a long time. So it's like the weights are lifted off, and now he could fight even more freely, So I'm actually interested to see, bro. I can't wait for the fight. I'm definitely going to be backing Canelo, but, Crawford is a great fighter, and he could surprise me. But right now, where I would put my money is Canelo Alvarez.
Andre Ward's riding with Bud all the way. He said if anyone can jump 3 weight classes and actually pull it off, it's Terence Crawford. Manny Pacquiao chimed in too and said if Bud can keep his speed going up in weight, he's got a real shot. Because to Pacquiao, speed kills.
Canelo Crawford coming up September. What do you think about that fight?
Canelo Crawford. Good fight. Good fight. Canelo has advantage because Crawford moving up, but my advice to Crawford is maintain the speed, improve the speed, and improve the strength. Because it's hard to go up in high weight and maintain your speed. So speed is the key. He should focus on speed, footwork, and improve the power.
Dimitri Bivol, who literally handed Canelo an L at a higher weight, agrees Bud has the tools, but warns that 160-pound power, it hits different. Shakur Stevenson is fully confident. He thinks Bud's going to cook Canelo with that IQ and footwork.
I think Bud going to cook Canelo. I think he's going to cook him. I think, Canelo a hell of a fighter, but I think Bud just got all the tools to beat him.
You don't think the weight difference is going to be too big of an advantage?
I think y'all make that something, In certain fights,
Boxing makes it something, not us.
like if this was like a Benavidez, he's actually a lot bigger than Bud, so that would like apply. But I feel like with Canelo, he's like physically kind of big, but like height wise, he's kind of small. So I don't think so. No.
Corey, how you got a decision to stop this? Because Bradman and Boozy think that Bud actually might stop it.
Me and Boozy talked about that. That's crazy. Me and him got on the phone and talked about it, but I think that's possible. Like I'm not saying that it's going to happen, but I think it's a possibility if Canelo gets to acting out of line and not understanding that Bud can crack too. So.
Rolly Romero is Team Bud too, but not out of love. He just hates Canelo that much.
Canelo. I hope Crawford beats the out of him.
Really? Yeah?
Now, I'll tell you like this, I mean, the weight division things, you know, but I hope Crawford beats the out of him.
Why do you want to see Crawford beat the ish out of Canelo?
I just hope Crawford beats the out of him.
Why? Like Canelo, is it because of the last fight? Like you haven't been a fan of Canelo, or like why? Like you like Crawford that much? Took your coffee.
What Canelo did on that day was disrespectful to boxing. It was just simply disrespectful to boxing in every way. Canelo.
Edgar Berlanga kept it real. Skill for skill, Bud wins. But the weight difference? Huge advantage for Canelo.
My good friend, my brother, Terence Crawford, wants to fight Canelo.
Yeah.
Just from your expert opinion, knowing how Canelo fights, what he's like in the ring, I know you haven't been in the ring with Terence, but what do you think of that fight?
I truly believe, that, anything can happen in boxing, you know what I'm saying? And Terence Crawford is a legend. He's great. He's a great fighter. The only thing I see that I favor Canelo is that his weight.
Yeah.
And that he's more bigger. You know what I'm saying? That's the only thing. But as far as skill set wise, IQ, I feel like Crawford can match anybody and probably do way better. You know what I'm saying? But Crawford is a legend, bro.
Yeah.
And like I said, you can't count him out. You know what I'm saying?
Sean Porter's worried about Bud stepping in with a naturally stronger beast. If Canelo lands a big punch, it might be night-night for Bud.
The others say, like, no, that's 2 more weight classes. Like, once he gets touched by Canelo, it's going to be different.
I am concerned about him absorbing a Canelo punch, especially through the course of 12 rounds. We do know this about Canelo. He's going to slow down, So I think, if anything, Canelo would try to start fast and bang on him and break him down before he gets later, and he's still got that kind of steam. But, there's so many components that make a champion. There's so many components that make a legend. It's just so much to go into. It's a conversation that lasts an hour easily when we talk about all of the components that Terence Crawford has, all of the components that Canelo have, and how we find how they even out and who trumps one another, you know what I mean? We tried to do that with Errol Spence and Terence Crawford, and we see how that panned out, you know what I mean? So
Teofimo Lopez said straight up, Bud's the better boxer, no question, but the size gap might be too much.
Crawford, Canelo, who you got?
Crawford, Canelo? I still say Canelo.
I got Canelo too.
I still say Canelo. Ring IQ, I believe that Crawford has a bit more.
Yep.
However, it's just the size difference. I think that where Crawford is lacking is that he should test the waters even with somebody at that weight class before facing Canelo. But hey, they say he's a dog. He's got shot in the head and drove to the hospital, so maybe that's just his mentality.
Hey, let's see. Only one way to find out until that day comes.
It's the only way, but I definitely think that it's a great fight overall. Black and brown is how you get down.
That's right. That's right.
Canelo Alvarez is one of the most gifted fighters of this generation. No one's denying that. But when names like Crawford, Berlanga, Mayweather, and De La Hoya are all pointing at the same red flag, it's time to stop brushing it off. If Bud's wrong, prove it. But if he's right, then the sport owes him a massive apology.
Fucking Canelo, man. I don't know if he's cheating.
What do you mean?
I feel like Canelo juices. But I'm a Triple G fan, so I'm a say that ahead of time. I just like Triple G.
There's a lot of money on the line, and if I could get away with it, I would do it as well.
Some tainted beefs.
I think, he definitely got busted once for something. But it could have been from tainted beef. We don't know. But it also could be that, you know, we should probably leave them the fuck alone and let them do whatever they want to do. Do you want to see Manny Pacquiao fight or not? Right? I want to see him juiced up, fighting at 45 years of age, coming in with a full six-pack, lighting people on fire.
So that's all from today's video. If you enjoyed it, remember to leave a like, subscribe, and ring that bell icon so you never miss our upcoming videos. And don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments section. Stay tuned, and we will catch you in the next video.